All right, so 7 things that you'll need to know before buying a Hellcat. And these are just 7 things. There's a lot more, but I'll only talk about 7 in this video. So the first thing you need to know is your car payment, your car note is going to be pretty high. All right, at minimum, it's going to be 1,000 to 1,100, and that's if you put good money down. If you put a decent amount of money down, it could be around that amount. If not, it can be a lot more. And and that's if the car is 75K to 90K. So like this Daytona Hellcat, when it came out, they had it at 83,000. I got it for 79.5, I think. That was the Daytona Hellcat of 2020. It was the most highest price Hellcat of that year in 2020. The next year in 2021 is when the Red Eye came out, the Red Eye Charger, and it was about the same price. But since this was a limited edition car, it was priced just as high as a Red Eye, even though it came out the year prior. So you're going to be paying a pretty penny for these cars each month, and you have to know that. So if you put down huge money, your car payment could be low. And of course, if your credit is not that great and you're paying a high APR, a high interest rate, your notes are going to be through the roof. If you put more money down, maybe you can get them below 1,000. But that's pretty much what you're going to be looking at when it comes to a monthly payment. So, it may not be something you want to pay every month, but you got to look forward to paying about that amount if you're going in like the average person with no money down, just a trade in, your credit's good. You're looking at paying about, I would say, anywhere from $1,100 to $1,500 a month. Number 2, you are going to be at the gas station a lot. Yes, we know miles per gallon, or whatever you want to call it, miles per gallon. You do not buy these cars for great gas mileage. Everybody knows that. So you will be at the gas station a lot more than you would be at the gas station with any other car, like a V6 or below. And even some V8s, you won't even be at the gas station as much as you will in these cars. Now, if you drive it leisurely and you take your time, go crazy all the time, you could be at the gas station once a week. But that's if you know how to take it easy and not go too crazy. So you will be spending big money at the gas station. And I haven't added any of these things up for you guys, but I can do another video where I'm adding these things up to let you know what the total price is for all of these things. But for right now, let's just talk about the things that you need to know. Number 3, you're going to be paying for maintenance a lot. So you got to remember, you got to be changing your brake pads out. They cost a lot, all right? And especially if you're trying to go through the dealership. Hopefully you go through other means like how I've done over the years to get things cheaper. You will be going through rotors more than likely if you don't know how to drive this car the proper way and brake the proper way. You're going to be going through tires. You're going to be going through possibly CV joints, depending on what you're doing. If you're being aggressive with this car and doing donuts and doing all of this, aggressive driving and, spinning the car and doing all this stuff, you're going to have maintenance through the roof. All right, so maintenance will be up there when it comes to this car compared to other cars where you wouldn't have that much maintenance. Number 4, you are going to be paying somewhat of a lot for insurance. And yes, that does depend on your age. It depends on which state you live in, your driving record. Sometimes now they're even checking your credit for insurance, for car insurance. The better credit scores get the better rates. And of course, now with these Hellcats, now that these insurance companies are aware and they know about Hellcats, they probably will charge you a premium, like a higher premium than they did before, or than they would for like another car, because they know the liability that these cars are. They know there's a higher chance that more than likely this car can get into a crash or an accident faster than your average car. So that just comes with the territory of owning the Hellcat. Number 5, I would say you need a garage. And if you don't have a garage, my second option, I would say you need at least a good parking spot where you have maybe, your own driveway. You can park the car behind a gate and lock it. That's what I did for years in New York City when I lived there. I didn't have an actual garage, but I always had a parking spot, thank God. The house that I lived in, I had a driveway, and the driveway went all the way to the back, and I had a gate that I would always keep locked. Yes, somebody could have came back and did something to my car, but thank God I lived in a decent neighborhood and I didn't have to worry about that. And at work, we had a highly secured parking lot that also had a gate. If we wanted to close that, we can lock it. So I didn't have to really worry about that too much. But if you have a garage, that's huge. You definitely want to have it enclosed, so you don't have to worry about people, tampering with your car, and because these cars draw a lot of attention and they're highly desired. You're hearing about all these BS videos people doing on YouTube. People want to steal your Hellcat, which I don't talk about on this channel, but you definitely want to have a garage for your car, for your Hellcat, to have peace of mind so you don't have to really worry about that too much at night. Number 6, you'll need to get a better aftermarket alarm system. The alarm systems that come on this car are horrible. They do not really detect movement too much. You can break a window and the alarm won't even go off. So I invested in the CompuStar Pro T13, the latest and greatest from CompuStar. That alarm system is next level. It has encryption and it has a kill switch, and it has all these other things. The Drone mobile app where you can track your car. And I have like 2 to 3 other lines of defense in this car that no one knows about. So yes, I have the CompuStar, that's my main security system, and I have other security measures that I don't talk about for a purpose. There's a reason why I don't talk about them. Number 7, the last thing that I want to talk to you guys about that you need to know before you buy a Hellcat. You will be getting a lot of attention, all right? No matter if your car is wrapped or if it's not wrapped. You will get good attention, and I'm sure, yes, possibly you could get bad attention, which I don't care to talk about. I don't talk about all this nonsense because it's just drawing too much attention to these cars on YouTube. It's the people that talk about this, that's what you're doing. You're drawing too much attention to these cars than they already have, and I can't stand to hear it. So I don't even waste my time talking about that BS. But you will get incredible attention with this car. I have this car very subtle. I barely got any wrap on it. I got the hood wrap, the roof, and the trunk lid, and that's about it. Yet the car is white. Yet the car still gets incredible attention. All right, positive attention all day. People thumbs up. I'm driving by, they want to hear it. They're doing like this to let me hear it. So you will get attention. You will get people looking at the car. You will get people that want to see the car, want to hear the car. You're on the highway. People will put their cell phone out the window. They want to hear you do a flyby. They just want to hear the car. So the car gets an incredible amount of attention. So you just have to know that going in, and it may be something that you're not used to, but you will get used to it because that just comes along with owning the Hellcat. So those are just 7 quick things that you need to know before you buy a Hellcat. Like I said, there could be 14, I could do 7 more, maybe 50, I don't know. But the 7 that come to my mind right away were the ones that I just talked about. So I would definitely tell you to really ask around, talk to people that own these cars, see what their experiences are, and know what you're getting yourself into. All right, so that is going to do it for this upload. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you in the next one.